The following program contains politically irreverent commentary. If you suffer from an exaggerated sense of self-importance, this show might not be right for you. Check with a PhD in PC, ASAP.
Standing for truth in the four corners of America. Fighting for justice on the frontiers of the culture wars. And turning resistance into an art form. Men enough to walk his cat, Randall Terry.
Welcome to the number one Tea Party television show in America. It is I, your servant Randall. Sarah, the Palinator, says, I'm out of here. Lady Gaga pushes Oprah off stage. Oprah says, huh, what? I'm out of here? Hank Williams Jr. to Disney, to ESPN. I'm out of here. And God rest his soul, as you know, Steve Jobs, founder of Apple, is out of this life. I'm going to talk about this and so much more in today's program. My goal, to make you a better, stronger activist. Today's program brought to you in part by Bayer Pharmaceuticals, reminding you that every child has the right to fornicate and do it with contraception. And by Planned Parenthood International. What? That child is pregnant after all? The contraception failed? Don't worry. We'll kill the baby. I'll be right back after a quick word from my friend, Rusty Cowpunk.
Addy, I gotta tell you, I'm so stinking happy right now. I'm so stinking happy. My friend, Mr. David Lewis, maybe you heard of him. He's running against Speaker Boehner in the House. Well, I tell you, this is gonna be some rodeo. And Mr. Lewis, I'm talking to you now. You're about to ride a wild bull. You know, them bulls, they're short on brains, but they're big on throwing the weight around. So Mr. Boehner and the establishment's gonna be throwing their weight around a lot. So just hold on tight, Mr. Lewis.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Jobs, God rest his soul, at age 56, has passed on into the next life. And as you know, I use a lot of humor in the show, and I have to tell you, I actually wept when I heard of his passing. He was a brilliant, brilliant man who ranks with Thomas Edison, literally, other great inventors. He has changed the way that we live and the way that technology impacts our lives. He has influenced the entire technological world, not just personal computers, iPhones, iPads. We all have a debt of honor and a debt of gratitude to him. God rest his soul. God grant him life eternal. And may Apple prosper. Let's talk about Sarah Palin. I heard her exclusive interview with Mark Levin. Sarah, you should have come and been with me. I'm better looking than him. I'm more intelligent. I'm more articulate. Come on, if you're going to give it exclusive, go to the nation's number one Tea Party television show right here. But alas, she did not. Here's the bottom line. She is not going to run. This causes much grief, sorrow, and consternation with a lot of Tea Party folks, but I want to tell you something. Once Herman Cain started bouncing up in the polls, in my opinion, at that moment, it was a done deal. Romney has hit the ceiling. He's going to be at 25%. You will have Republican establishment money people who want Romney at all costs, all right? Set him aside. He's hit the Mormon ceiling, okay? I mean, come on, the Mormons are never going to convert the world. They got this crazy religion. He's got his crazy, inconsistent policies. He's hit his ceiling. So you've got Herman Cain, who is now tied with Romney. You have Perry, who's sinking like a rock. You have Michelle Bachmann, who is almost at the bottom of the ocean. She's going to announce that she's pulling out any day. She will withdraw. Rick Santorum has never been out of single digits, and Newt Gingrich is barely bumping into double digits, but he does not inspire pathos, passion. So here is my opinion of what's going to happen. Sarah Palin, she's out. And by the way, she did say that the attacks against her, her husband, her children did weigh in on her decision. I have discussed on this program that vile, damnable book called The Rogue. We won't go any further than that. But I will tell you that she's not done. She's a kingmaker, folks. She made herself a kingmaker. And she will help governors, House members, U.S. senators, local races. She will help people get elected. And she may well run for the presidency in 4 or 8 years. So, Sarah, we thank you for all that you have brought to the table and for what you will yet bring in this upcoming election cycle. She is a rock star. She will continue to be a rock star. Now, who benefits the most from her withdrawing from the playing field? You guessed it, Herman Cain. Not Rick Perry, because as we have discussed on this program, he's a phony, okay? Rick Santorum does not benefit because Senator Santorum cannot get his own traction. Michelle Bachmann would have benefited 6 or 8 weeks ago, but it's too late. She's already off the charts because she hired Ed Rollins and other Republican insiders who helped to destroy her from the inside out. The person who will benefit the most from her saying, "I'm out of here," is Herman Cain. Herman Cain's new book is already a top 10 bestseller. I'm Herman Cain, on my way to the White House. All right? He is now being scrutinized as a candidate, as he will be, but he's still playing rough and tumble politics, like Sarah Palin did, okay? Like Michelle Bachmann used to do before she was disemboweled by the Republican establishment. Herman Cain is not going to be disemboweled. Rick Perry, on national TV, disemboweled himself. He couldn't stand by his Ponzi scheme statement. He couldn't stand by some of his more incendiary statements about U.S. financial policy, and so he lost traction and lost Tea Party enthusiasm. Herman Cain, on the other hand, he has not equivocated on anything, okay? Nothing. He has held the line, even going after the protesters on Wall Street, okay? So Herman Cain has the most to gain by Michelle Bachmann getting out of the race. I'd rather Sarah Palin, and Michelle Bachmann will soon leave. So here's my prediction. Michelle Bachmann will bow out. Santorum and Bachmann, they're gonna stay in until the Iowa caucus. They're both gonna do really poorly. Herman Cain is gonna do well. At that point, when they pull out, Herman Cain is going to be the last man standing for the Tea Party. Even if Perry is still in, Perry is not a true Tea Party leader, activist, thinker. In New Hampshire, Herman Cain is not going to do well. I mean, he might do okay, but New Hampshire is a liberal Republican state, not a conservative Republican state. So he might not do well there, but he's got a great organization developing in the Deep South, okay? In the Deep South, Republicans are conservative. They're not New Yorkers. They're not Massachusetts folk. They are true Christian Tea Party pro-life conservatives, and they will rally around Herman Cain. They will continue to turn their back on Mitt Romney, and at that point, it's going to become a battle between Herman Cain and Rick Perry, if Perry is still in the race at that point. Newt Gingrich, I'm sorry, he's just not going to energize the right wing of the party. He's got too much of a history betraying the right wing of the party. And the Tea Party folks, even though they admire his intelligence, he is truly one of the most intelligent men in the race. They are not going to get behind him because he has too much baggage, too much history of supporting the socialist plantation that he helped create and helped endure. I'm out of time. I'm over my... All right, I've got to go. I've got to take a break. When we come back, we want to talk about Hank Williams, Lady Gaga and Oprah, and birth control. Did you know that World Birth Control Day just came and went? Did you know about these demon-possessed, God-hating, fornicating, promoting losers? Do you know what they're trying to do to our children? Well, I'll say a little bit of it, not much because it's so vile, but then we've got to figure out a way to just find them in a dark alley and greet them. I'll be right back.
I remember when Randall and I listened to Teddy Roosevelt's Whistle Stop campaign on the Bull Moose ticket. He didn't buy his arguments then, and he hasn't changed a bit since.
Hi, Joe Costello here, founder of Kylea Health and Energy. I've been making superb nutritional supplements for over 15 years, and from day one, I've partnered with Randall Terry, helping to fund his invaluable work in reclaiming our country's biblical and godly roots. I want to share with you a product that has changed hundreds of thousands of lives since its inception.
Introducing the Total Living Drinks, Greens and Berry, the ultimate superfood formulas that provide you the 9 essential areas of nutrition your body needs on a daily basis. Each serving of the Total Living Drink provides the life-giving phytonutrients that come from the equivalent of 5 servings of organic vegetables and berries, enzymes for better digestion and nutrient absorption, protein for building lean muscle mass so you can burn more fat for fuel, probiotics for better intestinal function, herbs for building energy and stamina, antioxidants for maximum immune function and disease prevention, and all the vitamins and minerals you need for slowing down aging and maximum health. You would have to take 30 to 40 capsules each day and spend almost $10 a day to match the over 30,000 milligrams of total nutrition in each scoop of the Total Living Drink. Order right now and get started on the amazing Total Living Drink. They come in 2 delicious flavors, Total Living Drink Greens and Total Living Drink Berry. And every single dollar we receive, we give a generous amount to Randall Terry's organization to help further his work and further the kingdom. Visit us online at the address on your screen and receive an online discount or call the toll-free number. Call today, and for the daily price of a latte, you can get back on the road to better health and energy with Kylea's Total Living Drink.
Moments with Moses. The Lord will make the rain of your land powder and dust. From heaven it shall come down upon you until you are destroyed.
Welcome back to the program, friend. Hank Williams says to Disney, ESPN, all of them, me and my rowdy friends, we're out of here. Now, around the same time, ESPN sent out a press release that said, Hank, we think that we need to sever our relationship. Hank Williams said they stepped on the toes of the First Amendment. Now, Disney is the owner of ABC and ESPN, and Disney is in a pickle. Because what they don't understand is that most of the people who watch Monday Night Football actually, A, like Hank Williams, B, thought nothing about his statement comparing John Boehner to Hitler. See, they missed it. People thought that Hank Williams was comparing Obama to Hitler and John Boehner to Benjamin Netanyahu. No, you fools. He was saying that Benjamin Netanyahu was like Hitler and John Boehner was like, I'm so confused. No one cared. It's the First Amendment. It was a joke. It was a statement. Now Disney is having to backpedal fast. They're releasing statements left and right saying, and I quote, "We acknowledge that Mickey Mouse was involved in the eugenics movement in the 1930s, but he disavows all relationship with the Nazi Party. Mickey is not a Nazi. That's all we know. But is he a homosexual? Is Minnie a lesbian? We don't think so, but we're not sure. We know that there are problems at Disney right now, ladies and gentlemen, and we know that there's more to this story than meets the eye. We'll keep you updated as we go forward. But Hank Williams, don't worry, you're a rock star. And whatever song they put on Monday Night Football, forget about it. In fact, you know what? Who's playing? Who is Chicago and Detroit? Do we even know on Monday night? We're not sure. All right, look, here's the bottom line. Why not just boycott the game? Okay? Send a message to Disney. Mickey we like. Disney we don't. And the fact that you kicked off an American icon, Hank Williams Jr., or is he the third? Junior, okay. The fact that you kicked him off, we don't even want to watch your stinking football game. I know, it's ludicrous. We're so addicted to football, it's not going to happen. It's just ludicrous. Like, skip a meal? What? I have to skip a meal? But I don't think I can do that. Okay, bad plan. All right, let's move on. Lady Gaga. Do you know who Lady Gaga is? First of all, is she a lady? Second of all, why Gaga? I'm just asking. She passed Oprah Winfrey on the most 100 influential women. First of all, who are they polling? Are they polling the mentally handicapped? And I don't mean to be unkind, but really and truly, if you, let me talk to you. If you're I don't know who you would even be. If you're one of those people that think that Lady Gaga is more influential than Oprah Winfrey, you are so foolish. You're so stupid. You don't deserve a response, okay? Oprah Winfrey is one of the most wealthy people in this hemisphere, okay? She has her own television network. She makes and breaks people with one word. She creates best-selling authors. She creates TV hosts, not just hosts, mega hosts, okay? And what does Lady Gaga do? She does and says things that, frankly, I can't even repeat. She's such a vile, confused, lost soul, okay? I have to hold my tongue. No, scroll that forward. There's things on the teleprompter I can't say. No, not that either. No, can't say that. No, I can't say any of that. All right, I've got to take a break. Oprah, fear not. All right, in the next segment, we've got some unplugged gospel music, and I've got to tell you a little bit about that World Contraception Day. Oh, I think that Lady Gaga is in favor of that. That must be why she's so popular. The fornicators love her. I'll be right back. Lady Gaga, you're like top of the pile. You're huge.
Don't beat me no more, Mr. President. Don't beat my body no more, Mr. President. I'll obey you.
Hi, Joe Costello here, founder of Kailea Health and Energy. I want to share with you a product that has changed hundreds of thousands of lives.
Introducing the Total Living Drinks, Greens and Berry, the ultimate superfood formulas that provide you the 9 daily essential areas of nutrition your body needs. Each scoop provides the life-giving phytonutrients that come from the equivalent of 5 servings of organic vegetables and berries, probiotics for better intestinal function, antioxidants for disease prevention, and vitamins and minerals for establishing maximum health. Order now and get started on the Total Living Drink. When you do, a generous gift will go to Randall Terry's organization to help further his work and further the kingdom. Order online and receive an online discount or call the toll-free number. Call today and enjoy maximum health and energy.
Courage is rightly esteemed the first of human qualities, because it is the quality which guarantees all others. Sir Winston Churchill. Hello, friend. Welcome back to the nation's #1 Tea Party television show. And just for the ride, we bring along the pro-lifers. By the way, breaking news that all of us want to forget. Yesterday, over 3,000 babies were brutally butchered and thrown in landfills and sewers and dumpsters under Obama's rule and with the help of John Boehner and the Republicans. God save us. Now, we know that Bill and Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, all of them say that we want every pregnancy to be a wanted pregnancy. Every child a wanted child. And so Bayer Pharmaceuticals, one of the nation's leading promoters and manufacturers of birth control, helps sponsor World Contraception Day. If you Google that, World Contraception Day, look at the pictures. Look at the images of young children being told, and I'm talking children, okay? Not just 18-year-olds, 15, 14, 13, 12, little kids, pre-puberty, just barely in puberty, all right? Being told that fornication is a right. You've got the right to fornicate and have contraception. Yes, now they won't tell these kids that when they give them the pill or the patch or Depo-Provera, all these things, that number one, there's a direct link to cervical cancer, uterine cancer, breast cancer. They don't tell them that, okay? They also don't mention the fact that, well, these drugs are human pesticides. So if you do conceive a human life, well, there's a good chance that that chemical is going to help flush that child down the toilet. God forgive us, and God bring judgment upon those pharmaceutical companies. They're made of the same stuff that the people were made of who made the chemicals to kill the Jews in the concentration camps. But I go afield. Back to World Contraception Day. You can see pictures of little children jumping and dancing because Planned Parenthood and Bayer Pharmaceutical, they want to give these kids birth control without their parents' knowledge or consent. Let me say that again slowly. Mom, Dad, do you understand that if your child is in a government school, people call them public schools, that the school nurse or some of the staff and faculty can take your child in a car over to Planned Parenthood during the day, or maybe at the Planned Parenthood clinic that's right around the corner, or maybe some of them even in the schools dispersing birth control, that they can give your child birth control, including chemicals that may give them cancer and may kill their baby. They can give them those chemicals without your knowledge or consent. That's what Barack Obama's all about. And for those of you who voted for Barack Obama, that's what you voted for. Yeah. And those of you who think that John Boehner is a great hero, oh, he's my Tea Party hero. I love John Boehner. John Boehner has voted what, 4 times now? 5? How many? 4? 4 times now in the last year to refund Planned Parenthood. Make sure that Planned Parenthood keeps on getting that money. All right, I've got to calm down. The only way for me to calm down is through music. And now to our music segment. What do we got? 2 different types of unplugged? We've got some gospel music for you, filmed in the North Country with a violinist. The guy singing, he's just good. He's just good. Roll tape. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. 1, 2, 3. I might be a sinner, it's true, but he is coming to take me home. I know he died for sinners like me and you. Oh, he's coming for to carry me home. I sing a swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. Talk to me now. A band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, friend. I'm going to take a quick break. When we come back, another incendiary quote from one of those extremist, intolerant founders of America. For behold, God is my helper, and the Lord is the protector of my soul. Turn back the evils upon my enemies, and cut them off in thy truth.
Hi, Joe Costello here, founder of Kailea Health and Energy. I want to share with you a product that has changed hundreds of thousands of lives.
Introducing the Total Living Drinks, Greens and Berry, the ultimate superfood formulas that provide you the 9 daily essential areas of nutrition your body needs. Each scoop provides the life-giving phytonutrients that come from the equivalent of 5 servings of organic vegetables and berries, probiotics for better intestinal function, antioxidants for disease prevention, and vitamins and minerals for establishing maximum health. Order now and get started on the Total Living Drink. When you do, a generous gift will go to Randall Terry's organization to help further his work and further the kingdom. Order online and receive an online discount or call the toll-free number. Call today and enjoy maximum health and energy.
Samuel Adams said, "No people will tamely surrender their liberties, nor can any be easily subdued, when knowledge is diffused and virtue is preserved. On the contrary, when people are universally ignorant and debauched in their manners, they will sink under their own weight without the aid of foreign invaders." Do you see the genius of that? Do you realize that we as a nation have sunk steadily under the weight of our own debauchery? Foreign powers haven't subdued us to slavery. We have. When you have people that think that John Boehner is a hero and that Lady Gaga is more influential than Oprah, that you have to stop and say, oh my God, we've lost our way. We're losing our souls. God, help us.